Assalamualaikum and good evening to Dr. Suzana binti Ratim. I am Shahrul Imam Mizana Abidin from Group AS2404M1. Today I will present the wet hand layout process. This video will explain about the wet hand layout, the procedures, advantages and disadvantages, and the last is summary about this process. Introduction. Wet hand layout manufacturing process for composite. Simple, low-cost open mold fabrication process using liquid epoxy resin to position layers of laminations in a mold until desired shape and thickness is achieved. The procedure for this process have 5 procedures. The first procedure is clean surface. The second is mix epoxy. Third, layup. Fourth, bagging, and the last procedure is apply vacuum. For the first procedure, make sure the surface is clean from the dust and any particles. And the second procedure is mix the epoxy resin. Stir the mixture before apply on the surface. And the third procedure is layup. Apply the epoxy resins on the surface. And then put the pie on the epoxy resin. Apply another epoxy resins on the first ply and cover up for the second layer of the ply. Apply another epoxy resin on the dry spot. And then separate the pliers with the surface area carefully. For the fourth procedure is bagging. Cover up the pliers with the paper and don't forget to put the vacuum parts at the top. And the last, cover up them with the plastic for the laminate. And the last procedure is applied vacuum. First, we have to make a hole and put another part for the vacuum process. This process, also called bleeder, materials its purpose in vacuum bagging is to allow air from all parts of the envelope to be drawn to a port or manifold by providing a slight airspace between the bag and the laminate. It provides air passage and within the vacuum envelope and absorber and excess epoxy. The advantages for this process: the first is complicated equipment is not required. It's just simple mold and tools, so less investment, quick effect, and it's suitable for the development of township enterprise. The second advantage is production technology is easy to master. After a short training, it can be mastered, but it will take a long time experience and study to achieve extremely good product. The next advantage is the production of for FRP products are not limited by size and shape, such as large cruise ship, round roof, and sink. And it can be joined with other materials such as metal, wood, foam at the same time. And the last advantage is for some of the large products such as large can, large roof can be produced on the spot. And disadvantages for this process is resin mixing. Laminate resin contents and laminate quality are very dependent on the skill of laminators. Low resin content laminates cannot usually be achieved without the incorporation of excess quantities of voids. The next is health and safety consideration of resins. The lower molecular weight of hand layout resin generally means that they have the potential to be more harmful than higher molecular weight products. The low viscosity of the resin also means that they have an increased tendency of penetrate clothing. And the second list of disadvantages is limiting airborne strength concentration to legislated levels from polyester and vinyl ester is becoming increasingly hard without expensive extraction system. And the last disadvantages for this process is resins need to be low in viscosity to be workable by hand. This generally compromises their mechanical or thermal properties due to need for high trilene or styrene level. And the summary for the wet hand layout process. Hand layout is the simplest and oldest open molding method for fabricating composites. Subsequently, hand rollers are used to roll the wet composite to ensure an exchange interaction between the reinforcement and the matrix to facilitate a uniform resin distribution and to obtain the required thickness. That's all from me. Thank you.